Gavin McLeavy here with us to update us on the Pro 12 rugby. But Gavin, before we went on tonight, we were actually talking about your breakfast, and I was surprised to hear it's a full fry-up, including fried bread, because I thought you'd be the type to have beer on your cornflakes.
Yeah, I mean, I have those days where I need a beer on my cornflakes, but no, I just stick to the good old-fashioned bacon, egg and sausage, a bit of fried bread.
Yeah, you've got to stop frying that bread, OK?
I know.
I'm going to have a word with your doctor. OK, let's get it started then. Leinster becoming a fortress, you were telling me.
Yeah, they've played 18 games at home and not lost. They've lost a couple of games away, but they've really turned the RDS into a major fortress, and they did it again this weekend. They beat Connacht 24-13, so 18 games in a row is a bit of a big deal, but Connacht played quite well, very lively from Bundy Aki and Ultan Delane. They're two lads that have extended their contracts. Defence was solid in the first half, so tries didn't come until the second half, but first one was Brine. He went over in the corner. The Connacht defence got drawn into those middle field rucks, and they did the same thing and capitalised on exactly the same mistake that Connacht had made. And this one was a young lad called Daly. Now, the good thing about the Leinster win was the two lads that I just mentioned that scored those tries are both academy players, which you don't see that much nowadays in professional sports, but two teams right here, Leinster and Connacht, are doing the right things. This was a consolation try towards the end there from Shane Delahunt for Connacht. But yeah, two squads that are definitely using up the academy, especially once you get into these European travel games a couple of weeks in a row. And then the upcoming autumn internationals, once that kicks in, you're sort of taking away your national team players that, obviously, if you're in the top league, you lose half your squad quite often. And so they're digging into the academy, and they've obviously got a lot of talent in a couple of lads that are making their debuts and scoring tries. So it's a beautiful thing to see that Leinster and Connacht are doing good things within their region.
Yeah, always great to see, and obviously something that's very close to your heart, bringing young talent through. So that's great to see too.
Even Connacht are sending a lad from this neck of the woods over there next summer, so it'll be good to see how he does.
There was some controversy, or should we say controversy, in the Welsh derby between Cardiff and Scarlets. What happened there?
Yeah, this is I don't know if we've got a clip of it, but the referee had a bit of a shocker. A guy called Lloyd Linton. And rugby, you don't really argue with the referees because they don't make mistakes. But if you see the lad in blue tackled the lad in red, and he didn't have the ball on his hand, and unfortunately, the referee sent off the wrong lad. He sent off a bloke called Aaron Shingler, and the irony of it is the guy that tackled him is his brother Steve, who plays for the other team. He ends up getting a yellow card. So this was obviously it was in the Pro 12s. It was Cardiff Blues against Scarlets, and so there's a few things going on there. There's obviously one of the coaches said afterwards maybe we should be assigning more experienced referees to these derby games. This is two teams from Wales, so they get a bit feisty in those games. And obviously, if it's two brothers, even more so. So he just decided to tackle his brother.
On the flip side, though, you know, the young players, is this not how you do learn as well, to maybe be a bit cleaner in some of your tackles?
Yeah, I mean, you've got that kind of thing. You've got to be able to work well with the referees, the players. Everyone's got to learn, right? Even the referee Lloyd is only 28 years old, and you throw him in at the deep end like that. It's not the easiest thing, but he's got an experience now. He's got 4 or 5 years experience. He shouldn't be making mistakes like that and this is Pro 12s. This is the top level of rugby.
Oh, thanks to you, Grasser, naming and shaming him here on the Xtra in North America. OK, the standings as well, and just explain for those who are still learning rugby and the way it works here, why when Leinster have got 6 wins and Ospreys and Glasgow Warriors have got 5, they're all level on 26 points.
There's something called bonus points that you get. For example, if you win a game by and you score more than 4 tries in that game, you get an extra point. So a team that maybe would normally get 4 points, they'll actually get 5. And then if you lose, but you lose within 7 points during the game, you actually get an extra point there too.
So it promotes teams to become more competitive.
Exactly. Don't go for the kicks, go for the tries. And obviously that's what people want to see. People want to see running, fluid rugby, and not just sort of kicking over for 2-3 extra points.
Yeah, well, we're all for that here. So there you go, bonus points when it does come to the Pro 12, and that's why you see different number of wins and same number of points Rumour time, rumour mill, seeing as though you're dropping names and everything and
Yeah.
calling people out here. What's going on with the Rugby League World Cup?
Yeah, Rugby League is a game that I played when I was a kid and then played union later in life. But Rugby League, actually, they employed, the USA employed a company called Moore Sports International, and they basically helped the USA and Canada with a bid for a Rugby League World Cup in the future to bring it to the USA. Now, they bid for the 2021. They didn't get that. They got beat out by England, which makes sense. But they were so impressive that they were offered the 2025 World Cup. So USA and Canada are going to be doing that right on our shores. And bringing rugby league to this country has been a project for a few people, including myself. I'm heavily involved in it. So for them to finally get some major progress is
yeah. You know what, Gavin? Elaborate a little bit on what you do here with rugby, because we're always talking about this Pro 12. We don't get a chance to talk about the work you do here.
I'm basically an agent. I'm a coach. I'm an agent. I get players that. The nice side of it is I help kids get into college on scholarships, and then obviously we can take kids pro after that as well. So promoting the game, obviously. BN Sports gives me this stage to talk and push the game to the people that maybe don't know anything about rugby, you know, the soccer fans, the American football fans, or whatever else. But being able to sort of get kids into college scholarships, that's a major part of my job, and obviously teaching them how to play the game if they're maybe a convert athlete from something else.
Yeah, it's great work that you're doing. It's spreading the word of rugby here in North America, and it's good to have you on because I like to make fun of you every time you're on as well.
It's an easy target.
Yeah, it is. You've got to stop with that fried bread though, okay, Gavin? Please stop with that. Okay, so we'll have you next for more Pro 12 action. It's always great to have you on here. We still have more on the way in the Extra. We'll be bringing you our top plays and our top team of the week. That's when we come back.